welcome back to another edition of Davey Mac's Tales from the Satellite. I'm Bobby Tamburo, your host, and joining me as always is the star and co-host of the show. You know him, you love him, it's the reason why we're all here, ladies and gentlemen. Eastside Dave McNeil.
Well, thank you, Robert. Thank you so much. Bobby Tamburo has been kicking ass with the Davey Mac's Tales from the Satellite. The response and feedback has been overwhelming. I've just gotten people saying, thank you for doing these.
Yeah.
Just thank you. Thank you for doing these. I say thank you
For listening.
Of course, Davey Mac's Tales from the Satellite is put out on Patreon first. Patreon.com/EastsideDave. And it lives on Patreon for over a month. So the reason why we're wanting to point to you to Patreon is if you are really digging the show, the new episodes premiere on Patreon. Also, early access to Davey Mac's sports program, Yaddle Chattel. Also, brand new videos. We did a fun video series, 2-part series called Driving with the Boys with me, Big A, and Bobo. It was hysterical. All kinds of exclusive content. And then we had some patrons, Robert, say to us, the show is so great. I want to share it, or I want this to be on my, I want it on my iTunes for when I'm mowing the lawn and this or that. I said, we went to the patrons, and by the way, patrons, thank you. We asked the patrons, what should we do? Should we keep it only on Patreon and never ever release it mainstream? Or what should we do? And they said, wait at least 4 weeks.
1 month.
Yeah. They said, wait 4 weeks at least and then release it, because the Patreon said, yes, we would like to share it with our friends, the YouTube, do the thing, but patrons want to feel special. So if you join patreon.com/EastsideDave, you're getting this a month in advance, plus all kinds of exclusive new content. They don't want to take all day with that.
No,
I think it's an important message, because some people are saying, well, wait a second, I just saw it's up on YouTube.
Yeah, you're getting it early. And one thing Jared, archivist, I almost said his real name, I couldn't remember archivist for a second, have talked about is getting in the chat some more. Like, there will be maybe some discussion boards going up.
Oh, that's awesome.
Making it more community about the satellite and making it the place to be.
We're trying to spread the word of the show, because the show, of course, if you're just tuning in for the first time, this is a Davey Mac, Eastside Dave retrospective of my nearly 10-year career at SiriusXM Satellite Radio, working for Ron and Fez, Opie and Anthony, and special delivery starring Sam and Dave and Davey Mac Sports Program XL. And before I moved on to my number one show for the last 10 years in New Jersey at WRAT 95.9 FM, where I'm number one.
How many years in a row?
Well, technically 9. I've been there for 10, and for 33 books in a row. 33 ratings books in a row. Davey Mac is number one. Potential listenership between Monmouth and Ocean counties, 1.8 million people.
Wow.
So I'm number one out of a 1.8 million person market. In case you're wondering, Davey Mac, what are you doing these days? That's one. The other thing is Bobby and I and Roy Harder have reassembled the number one sports podcast of all time, the Davey Mac Sports Program. So we want you checking that out.
Live.
Channel Star Wars podcast is fantastic. Eastside Davidson Wrestling Show, nationally syndicated to 70 Beasley radio stations. In other words, they call me the Bog. You know what that means?
No.
Davey Mac, they called me Wade Bog. You know what that means?
You drank 44 beers on a flight once and then fought about.
BOG stands for Box Office Gold, Daddy. That's what I, every goddamn fucking show, every radio station I've been on, every company that I've worked for, I go to number one. Robert, who's the number one independent sports podcast of all time, according to iTunes?
That would be the Davey Mac Sports Program.
The Davey Mac Sports Program. Robert, who's been number one at the Jersey Shore for 33 ratings books in a row?
That would be Eastside Dave McNeil.
Eastside Dave McNeil. Robert, who's the fastest rising R-rated Star Wars podcast in the world?
That would be Eastside Dave Jared on Yaddle Chattel.
And guess what, folks? Today, the goddamn windows are open.
They are.
Beautiful fall fucking day. But I'm still getting heated up. I'm still getting jacked up. And this is why I guarantee you, The neighbors call on my landlord. That's all I hear. Oh, he yells. He yells. Oh, watch out for that. Everyone walks around with their little dogs in this apartment complex. And everyone talks to each other. No one talks to Dave.
He's not lying either. I've seen it.
Complex weirdo.
Now
That's the reputation because, but
it's so fun though. As I
told them I'm doing podcasts. That's the yelling.
You know me. I'm like an M&M. I've got that soft candy outside, and I'm a dickhead on the inside.
Oh, I just thought you were Slim Shady. I thought that's what you meant.
Will I stand up? Who knows? No, but your neighbors see me, and I always smile. I'm like, "How are you?"
Yeah.
And it's fun to watch the smiles and waves become less enthusiastic as they know that I'm working with you.
Once they associate whoever comes to my apartment, like Bobby Tamburo, Jared Fishman, or any ladies.
So Bobby Tamper or Jared Fishman.
Once they see that, they start judging. They usually go, like, what's going on, Robert, is when you come into my apartment with your beautiful microphone set up and everything like this, the cameras that we have for Tales from the Satellite, they're saying in their heads, what's wrong with that guy? What's wrong with that Salman Rushdie looking character who's walking in with all these wires and stuff? Combined with the fact that today your beanie does look like one of those Muslim things, they probably think you're coming into my apartment to bomb me.
Yeah, we should yell that.
Al Qaeda look. Sometimes
We should definitely be yelling that. That's going to help the relations with the neighbors. Jared and I are hoping we can get to the point where you've got a third producer who shows up on another day so that the neighbors just think you're special and we're your helpers. We're the visiting angels, like making you dinner.
special.
Oh, they do.
They do. But that they don't like, Robert, and you know this because you've been out there with me. Robert knows this for a fact. I have a special tree that I go to smoke cigarettes, but I go behind it because of the shadow. I got the red hair, the fucking awful pale Irish skin. I get fucking sunburned if I spend 90 seconds outdoors. And so I go behind this tree. But what I didn't realize, it's got very much of all of President's Men.
Yes, 100%.
Deep throat type of,
sure.
This weird X-Files cigarette smoking man. And because I'm usually wearing sunglasses outdoors, it's like, what's he fucking doing? He's hiding behind a tree now staring at us like Travis Bickle.
It does look like you're waiting for somebody else to sit down with a newspaper and like place a briefcase, and then you grab his, he grabs yours, and you walk in with
the flower pot with the red flag on my balcony if I need to talk to anyone.
That's all the President's Men. You ever seen it?
Oh, great movie. I would say probably that guy's best.
That guy, Dustin Hoffman?
Dustin Hoffman. I fucking hate The Graduate.
Or Jason Robards.
No, I hate The Graduate.
No, but I mean, Jason Robards is arguably the star of the show, playing Washington Post editor Ben Bradley. But listen, this isn't.
I think No, it's not. And I saw that in film class and just was really hung up on how much I hated The Graduate when I watched it. I was like, oh, Hoffman's actually good. It's just.
How come you didn't like The Graduate?
Okay.
I love that movie.
He's hooking up with a woman named Mrs. Robinson.
Yeah.
And they wait till the end of the fucking movie to play that song, but I gotta hear "Hello, Darkness, my old friend" 19 fucking times. I'm already depressed.
No, you got Mrs. Robinson before the end of the movie.
How about we graduate onto an actual soundtrack, huh? How about you don't just fall in love with an album and go, I'm gonna sync this up. That's unique. Anyway.
That's not true.
That's a power.
April Comes She Will, specifically for The Graduate. April Comes She Will, you will. Autumn winds are very low. September, I'll remember the love that you was now grown old. That was written for The Graduate. April Comes She Will, and there's a few other songs.
All I can think watching the movie is the end comes, she won't. Get it? Because the end of the movie would never come. It's a 4-hour. Anyway,
they wrote
that's a powerful take
for that movie.
Cuckoo, chicka-choo. And that's a powerful take, and we're here to talk about something powerful ourselves.
Let's get into it.
Yeah. So,
excited for this episode.
This is going to be a fun one. Now,
ironically,
we actually kind of addressed one of the things we're going to talk about in passing in one of the previous episodes, which was the puppets. Because today's episode and the topic we're getting into is Davey Mack takes on the Power Hour.
Oh, yeah. And we want you to party along with us.
Yeah, here's a fun drinking game. Every time you see me look at the window and see a neighbor, take a shot. You'll be hammered by noon.
We couldn't do, I should have saved the drinking episode probably for the Power Hour, but I'm going to be responsible. I can't have every goddamn Tales from the Satellite a drinking episode. And we just did the phenomenal Vice.
Critically acclaimed.
Critically acclaimed. We did a watch along with the Vice two-part special on Shock Jocks of the 2000s. That's episode 8. If you haven't seen that, go check that out. It's fantastic. But I was drinking along to that one. So I'm not going to be drinking along to this one, but I encourage all of the Tales from the Satellite heads to be drinking along. This should be a party episode, in my opinion.
Yeah, I would agree. And I would be drinking as well, but I'm your driver.
You might have to drive me to Point Pleasant.
Yeah, especially with the 10-minute intro we just did without getting... So we are talking about the Power Hour, and we did kind of touch on this because Roberto's involved in the Power Hour, because the reason you do the first Power Hour at all is somebody stolen your puppet, and the way you're going to get it back.
Hosp.
Yeah, that was the big reveal at the end of the puppet episode. It was Hosp, and we've discussed your distaste for Hosp.
Go check that out on the Tales from the Satellite puppet episode. Go to Puppet Story was a really great episode. I think underrated because there's a lot of controversy in that episode. It's
a lot of puppets. No, and I think a lot of people saw puppets, and like one of your producers was like, "Oh, no, but there's so much more than puppets."
There's more than puppets.
Yeah, and
there's all every single Tales from the Satellite episode's got a little controversy in it.
Of course,
every single one.
I mean, it's almost like your career in Satellite was always had a little bit of controversy in it, in a good way.
Yeah,
you were the first Teal producer.
Yeah, I guess so.
I mean that as a compliment.
I know.
So we're talking about a Power Hour. It was brought on by the Puppet Master, but when we talked about it, it was just, the icing on the cake of that story. But when we got into depth, there's a lot going on here, and it starts right out the gate with Ron being like, "We're doing a drinking show." We used to do those all the time, and then Fez ruined it. Remember Fez? And it's all like, wow, out of the gate, what's going on there?
Oh, my God. Okay.
And Fez kind of rolls with the punches, and he's like, yeah, we had the one where it was my birthday.
At JFK?
The JFK got brought up with you never cut me any slack. That's what you're referring to?
Well, I was referring to the one that Ron, I know Fez got drunk at JFK, and his ice cream cake was melting.
That was one. He ran outside during one and had to be brought back in. But Fez and Ron kind of gives him out and goes, that's when we learned we should have realized you were diabetic, because you used to be able to handle your liquor, and then, it went south.
In a little while, Fez, we will start the Power Hour. Your guy, East Side Dave, attempting to do something we haven't done in a long time on the show. Is a drinking show. Earl said it's time XM gets broke in. They're all behind it, 100%.
No,
Thank you, Earl.
No, I did. The rules are the rules. You cannot have alcoholic beverages.
Well, you're the executive producer. You decided to go with this, and everybody's proud of you for it.
No, I didn't go for this. The rule's a rule.
Thank you for signing off on this, Earl.
Protect the talent. That's your number one thing. Protect the talent. You're doing it, buddy. You are making it happen.
The Power Hour will be a shot of beer every 60 seconds for 60 complete minutes.
Now, here's my problem. Already this East Side Dave is making excuses. And we did used to break it up with tequila in the old days, where it would really get ugly. And somebody would end up throwing up. But why does your guy always have to make excuses about everything, Fez?
Now what's he doing? Because the rules are set down. There's no leaving this room once the Power Hour starts. He's not going to be able to get up and walk away.
His is a urination call. He says that he needs urination. Now, the Master of Puppets has set this up. No peeing during the 60 minutes. Who can't hold it for 60 minutes? How's that a problem?
It should not be a problem whatsoever. That's a firm rule. No urination, no throwing up, no passing out.
Not too much to ask.
I don't think so. And it's an hour of free beer.
Now, the last time we did a drinking show, I believe it's been a year since you ruined the drinking shows for everybody.
All right, so, yeah, I was doing very well, but it just kind of went bad at the end.
Actually, the last 2 drinking shows we did with you, we said we can't drink anymore. One, you literally left the studio. You went outside. You laid in a gutter. wet yourself and cried.
That was Irish Car Bomb drinking show, and that went bad really, really fast. I remember feeling really good and happy in the studio, and being absolutely blinded and laying in a gutter with my foot in a sewer.
Well, before that, you were giving some kind of karate chops to a wall where you'd busted up your hands pretty good.
Yeah.
You went outside, you actually had your head in the sewer as you were laying in the wet gutter, and you were yelling at the intern, "Get ready! Get ready!" And I had to be in one of those, "I'm so sorry, man. I'm so sorry, man."
And I lost the buttons off one of my favorite party shirts.
Ronnie, I can't see, man. I can't see. And I'm like, that's because your eyes are closed. That's what happened.
That bit.
That's why you can't see. Your eyes are closed. But I guess that's when we should have figured out that you had sugar diabetes, because you used to be a strong drinker, and then you started getting drunk right away.
Now it's sloppy off of one beer. It's just insanity.
But it seems weird because normally it's Ron trying to bring Fez in and then Fez not, and that's when Ron gets irritated. So right out of the gate, you're like, what is going on here?
Well, I just remember that the JFK birthday special was quite infamous because apparently I wasn't there, obviously, but I certainly talked to a number of people directly who were there, including Mikey Boy, the great listener and Ron Fez contributor, RonFez.net member, Mikey Boy.
He leaves right at the end of this power hour.
He's on this one too.
He had to go to his either job, and they're like, "Where you going, Mikey Boy?" And he was like, "Sorry, guys."
Just atrocities. Like anytime Mikey Boy was sitting in as an audience member of the Ron and Fez show, you can guarantee something awful or insane or controversial was going to happen. That is his. I didn't even know that he was at the Fez drinking show birthday party. Apparently, there was this is it. They bring him a fucking birthday cake out to Fez, and as they were gonna, they're blowing out the candles or something. I think it was that as he was gonna, eat some. I think Mikey D, not Mikey Boy.
I hear he
Mikey
never cut any
D,
slacks.
The infamous D. Snyder, Queens lookalike, drummer Mikey D. He called, and Fez and Mikey D were feuding at the time. So when he called Fez, wishing him a happy birthday, that set Fez off. And then there was another thing, I believe, I could be getting my times confused, but I know at one point he was mad at the boss. But I think this was about Mikey D.
I think this was about Mikey D.
Yeah.
It's that one in particular.
He's yelling at Mikey D, who's on the phone, Fez on the mic. And as he's yelling, the ice
cake
starts melt.
Yeah.
That made me laugh.
Such a classic episode.
Because anytime I just think of an ice cream cake melting, it's like, that's the perfect fucking visual for a birthday party that's been ruined.
Yeah.
You can't get anything better than a melting ice cream cake.
Does not get much better than MacArthur's Park, does it, Dave? And I just don't know if I could take it, because it took so long to bake it, and I'll never have that recipe. You're normally the singer.
I mean, yeah.
I lost faith. Anyway. We're not talking about Fez's drinking. We're talking about your drinking. But drinking in general, you're not on JFK anymore. You are on XM.
XM satellite radio, baby.
And there are
the future of rock and roll.
Strict rules. You are not allowed to drink.
Which is made horseshit because they have
very clear.
Fucking why? Who made that rule? First of all, you had all these shows, the Martha Stewart ladies were fucking hitting the goddamn booze every day. Under the guise of, it's now cocktail hour. We're going to show you how to make a beautiful cocktail. Then we make it and drink it.
Oh, of course.
We drink another 4 or 5. The fucking Martha Stewart daughter, and then the other one, the redhead. Those two were constantly drinking. So why we weren't allowed to drink, I have no idea. But rules for thee, not for me, apparently.
I think it may have had something to do with how they behaved once they had the drinks inside of them. They
acted professionally.
Well,
we did not.
No, you did. You acted like professional wrestlers.
Yeah. I did not act professionally.
But it is clear, I don't know who wrote the rule. I can tell you the only person that it's made clear is trying to enforce it, and that is Earl Douglas.
Earl is trying to enforce the rule.
Because Ron just keeps throwing...
Party pooper.
Earl under the bus.
God damn you.
And you know who signed on from this, even though it's against the rules? Earl Douglas. He said, rules be damned, Ronnie. We'll do what we want. And Earl's going, no, Ron, I told you there are rules and we can't break them.
Oh, so he won't go with it. He keeps contradicting.
But Ron keeps going, no,
Earl gave us the green light.
No, I didn't. Well, you have to understand, I've talked to HR. That stands for Human Resources. And they tells me, Ron, that you can't be drinking on the air. Too many threats. And Dave sometimes has a propensity to piss himself, Ron. So no, that's going to be an ixnay on the drinks name, Mr. B. I'm sorry about this. Also, Ron, now that I got your attention, you have any interest in booking Paul Provenza? Just let me know. Comedian Paul Provenza. I mean, I know we're supposed to be talking about something else, but this is how I conduct my post-show meetings. I'm going to reject them, you say, and then go into a random fucking question that it's going to be hard for you to even connect the dots, how Paul Provenza's even a part of this, Ron. But anyway, no one drink. Is that a yes on Provenza? I got to get back to his people ASAP, bro.
With you in charge, Earl, it should be human retards. That's what the R stands for. But so, yes, it's clear that Earl's the one saying no drinking. And this is kind of curious. And the producers were interested because prior to XM, like, drinking was a part of the show. Man, it felt like every Friday. I mean, that's what we all talk about when we go, like, if you could pick a moment that you could go just pop into and be a fan of the Ramen and Fez show and catch live, what would it have been? And it's one of the Friday shows where you guys were drinking. There was a bar plan afterwards. The excitement's in the air. So when you come to a place where you're no longer allowed to drink, how did that affect the show? I mean, the show was on at noon at this point.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like you're doing drinking shows left and right. But for birthdays, St. Patrick's Day, that kind of thing, you want to have a couple cocktails. You know, it should be fun and stuff like that. I think eventually they got up to speed, though.
I feel like this kind of broke the ice because, I mean, there was obviously the infamous E-Rock vodka and bagels day. Clearly, he was drinking on it, and, you know.
Do we know what year this is?
I don't off the top of my head. I should have done more research.
That's all right.
But
that's not you. That's Jared. That's Jared. Jared needs to give us years. I tell him all the fucking time. That's his responsibility. Well, all right, Jared, minus 500 points. We gotta have years.
You know what, Dave? There is no I in team, but there's a me and that motherfucker, as Kobe said, so take the 500 from me.
500 from Robert as well. But you'll get 500 too, Jared.
Whoa, no.
Now it's minus 1,000. You know what? Minus 500 for Rob Fez arguments too.
Oh, no.
All three of you guys, minus 500. And I was not going to throw Rob Fez arguments into this because he's pulling these clips. He's doing an amazing job. I thought Jared's responsive. He gets the clips. Jared then fucking describes the clips, dates the clips. And then Robert comes here, plays the clips, and we talk about the clips. It was supposed to be, minus 1,000 points for Jared. Go ahead, Robert.
Jared, engage Operation Suicide Pact. You know what that means. Anyway, no, so the other, clearly drinking's going to happen. You guys got to find a way. And it seems like this breaks the ice a bit for that because, again, you do it a second time. This is not
right. We did
twice.
We did the power hour twice.
You did the power hour twice. I don't know if other people did it more, but
yeah, true. I did the power hour twice.
And then, so before you go into the bit, Fez does one of his prepared bits that he was doing at the time. I think it was every Friday he was doing a public apology. But before he even does it, Ron goes, I guess we got a Fezatorial? And just based on, like, you can hear Fez be like, no, it's a public apology. They're different. And it really kind of opens the floodgates because right afterwards, Ron takes every call, and it's really the start of great Fezatorial. I'd love to hear Wonder Boy in there again. And was it just
public apology? I like that.
It was good. It was for one of the guys who thought he talked to God and was predicting like the hurricane to come at this point, and Robert something. But anyway, that's not what's important.
Ronnie, I do have my public apology ready, if we want to do that.
Is that where you get catty about people?
No, this isn't catty, Ronnie. This is a public apology where I take someone in the news who's not apologizing for something he or she said or did, but should.
A blind item.
No, it's not a blind item. That's a completely different day.
Different, but seems like exactly the same.
No.
I don't know whether it's the delivery. All right, let me hear the public apology.
A public apology on behalf of Pat Robertson to God by Fez Marie Watley. Dear God, sorry. Sorry for Pat Robertson once again throwing your name around while talking about something bad happening. To Pat Robertson, your name goes with tragedy like Britney Spears' name goes with child endangerment. By the way, please, Lord, watch over baby Sean and protect him from those awful, clumsy people raising him. This time, Lord, Pat Robertson is saying, if he heard you right, you're going to unleash hurricanes and even a tsunami on the U.S. First of all, if he heard you right, does God stutter? Apparently the great creator of the universe has a problem with mumbling. If it's not too much trouble, could the being whose voice created heaven and earth please speak up? Now, God, I'm not saying that you don't speak to Pat Robertson, but this could be just a case of an evangelist falling asleep.
What?
Evangelist, there we go, falling asleep watching the Weather Channel, and next thing you know, it's prophecy. Also, Heavenly Father, I apologize on behalf of Pat Robertson for him trying to make a rep off your name. I mean, is there a year in recorded history when this country did not get hit with a hurricane? Nice call, Pat. You really went out on a biblical limb there. Why not just say, God told you there's going to be more rehab for the Kennedys? Or the Lord has told you that there will be another gangsta rap-related shooting? Or that the Almighty has given you privileged information that Tori Spelling will divorce and wed yet again? God, I'm sorry. You're supposed to be loved, and this guy gives you nothing but bad press. I guess now you know how Tom Cruise feels. Personally, I can't imagine, Lord, that you're just using hurricanes to destroy cities like New Orleans because they have bad football teams. If so, Detroit would have been wiped off the map years ago. So for one of the greatest natural disasters, Pat Robertson, I apologize. Sincerely, Fez Marie Watley. P.S. Let me know what you thought of the Da Vinci Code.
All right. I'm going to guess that it's about Pat Robertson.
Yes, it's about Pat Robertson.
Woo! Got the blind item.
That's not a blind item. It's a public apology.
Why do they sound the same? We're using the same music?
No, it's different music, too.
Is this the Fezzatorial music?
Yeah, Fezzatorial bed. Yep.
Isn't this just the Fezzatorial?
No, not at all. A Fezzatorial brings up my childhood, something about my mother, my handyman Bobo.
Here's Scott. Scott, you're on Run of Fez.
Gentlemen, how you doing?
Good, buddy.
Fez, I just want to call and say how much I love your catty moments.
You really do. You did get catty on him, Fez.
That was a public apology.
Yeah. Well, I heard a Britney Spears shot in there. That was very catty. The blind item. All right, thanks, Scott.
That was a PA, public apology.
All right, so all your things are different.
Yes, Fridays are public apologies.
Are you doing something pre-written right now?
No, I'm sitting right here with you.
I know, but everything just seems pre-written.
No, it's not.
To me. All right, coming up a little bit, East Side Dave will attempt to bring back his manhood by doing the Power Hour.
We were curious about was like, is this when the tide started to go a little bit? For what? Ron holding the floodgates back. Like both Archivist and Jared said this is the first time they really remember that sounds like every other prepared bit you're doing thing, Fez, being brought to air.
Oh, you're saying this is Ron needling Fez kind of type of thing?
Maybe a little bit, or was it just...
See, no, I don't think this is the first time. He must have been, he did it before.
Okay.
Did it before this.
Okay, all right, yeah. It just curious, again, was it the drinking? Was it the...
point in that, it was similar to the Fezzatorial. And yeah, I understand your point. And yeah, I guess maybe this was, while he definitely probably needled him before, this could have been the first time or one of the first times where he encouraged the callers to like almost make it a comedy pyramid.
It became a pyramid.
So maybe it was around the first time that occurred.
That's what they were saying, yeah.
All right, fair enough. Yeah, that's interesting.
Did it have to do with drinking?
Well, Fez wasn't drinking.
No, but again, he's been reminded the last drinking went terribly wrong with Fez involved. It involved his emotions being out of control.
So, maybe.
And I don't, it's not a critique on Ron. What's on your mind, you got to go with. But was that what's going on? Or was he trying to stall,
I think it was just that the bit was very similar to Fezzatorial. I just think that's all it was.
Okay.
That public apology felt similar to Fezzatorial. Well, Fezzatorial, like in Ric Flair,
not the same.
Different.
No.
And public apology felt very much Fezzatorial. Except that he was apologizing for his
And then at one point he did make a catty joke about Britney Spears. So it was, it was kind of.
So I just think he's having fun.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, there's nothing there.
Again, just, trying to figure out a little bit about what's going on.
Hey, that's why we're here.
So that morning you decided to eat nothing.
I'm not a big eater in the morning. I don't eat breakfast. That's never been something that I've done, nor will it ever be. My first meal of the day is lunch.
And you said that, and you said you also wanted to have your stomach as empty as possible.
When your stomach's empty, you get drunk. You drink and get drunk.
About 4 shots in, you decided that was probably a mistake. So
I won't go into it now. Wait till we begin.
Well, we are going to begin.
I had a strategy for why I didn't eat.
Okay.
Should I tell you that now?
Let me just explain how this power hour, it's funny, it's amazing how this power hour and the second one you do are very parallel to each other.
Isn't that weird?
For starters, you got this pretty much the same crew there.
And by the way, I didn't know that because I hate to say this, but after shot number 12, 13, 14, the memory starts going
real fast. Yeah.
It's not by shot 30, I'm kind of blacked out. So I had no idea what happened on either of these power hours. So I'm learning something.
Well, this is myself. Fun. So they are very parallel. Even down to you've got obviously Ron and Fez are both there, but Bronx Johnny's the one administering the shots both times.
Talk to Johnny.
And honestly, we'll get to this at the end, but I don't know if you finish either one of these or get as far as you do without Johnny's coaching.
Thank you, Johnny.
There are a couple of points where you hit a wall and you just hear, Bronx Johnny's accent being there. You got this, Dave, man. Hey, just breathe, Dave, man. Hey, don't listen to him, Dave, man. You got this.
Come on, Boff.
Yeah, you're better at it.
You got that, Boff. Boff, just breathe deep, Boff. Keep it going. You're looking sexy, Boff. Breathe. Now put it up, Boff. Boff, you got to drink. It's a minute's almost here, Boff. Johnny, I just spoke to on the phone just the other day because he moved to Boston. I'm like, fuck, Johnny,
there's a neighbor looking at us.
Bronx Johnny. We have to go. There's a neighbor. Shot. Do we have to call him Boston Johnny? Beantown Johnny? Bo Sox Johnny? I don't even know.
If you call him Beantown Johnny, he may drive down here to fight you because he misunderstands what you're getting at.
Why? Because he's a Latino? Beantown. I'm not saying Beaner. I ain't Carlos Mencia. Fucking, insulting people by calling everyone a beaner. I don't do that shit, man.
If you were, we'd have such better equipment.
Really, now I regret not closing the windows. It's such a beautiful fall day, but I think the windows in future episodes need to be closed because of the things that come out of it.
You do get a little excited, but so we've got Bronx Johnny, and the first time around they don't have the slam time. It's just he's coming over and telling you they don't have a noise, but so you're ready to go, and you chose Budweiser. Let's get into your strategy. What's the thought process here? Obviously,
easy to drink.
Before we even go to your specific, let's talk about a power hour. What it is you take a shot of beer every minute for an hour.
Yeah. 60 shots of beer in 60 minutes.
And it equates to about 5 beers.
It's crazy, Robert, because I was insanely confident going into this thinking, bro, I've drank 5 beers in an hour before. That is nothing. If you're late to a football game or something, and you get there and you only have an hour or something, you have 5 beers in the fucking parking lot before you go in. 5 beers in an hour, to me, especially 5 Budweisers. It's not like this was 5 IPAs. Okay, Budweiser's low, to answer your question, low alcohol content.
Yeah, you aren't getting high.
It's got a little more filling.
Yeah.
All right, so I wanted something, but I didn't want light beer because of the piss factor. No piss.
Oh, piss. Oh,
so I figured we'll go straight up Bud.
Okay.
Budweiser.
We got both.
You know, not a big alcohol content, but not light. So I'll be pissing like a racehorse, and that's what we're gonna do. I thought this is a piece of fucking cake. I didn't realize doing a shot of beer a minute for an extended period of time, it's filling.
It's the air in between.
Problem.
Yeah. Like you were saying, 5 beers isn't bad at all. I remember.
What? That seems easy. In an hour?
I remember a nice fall day like this. I went to a buddy's college party. On the way there, my girl broke up with me, and I was 12 Reds deep 30 minutes in. You know what I mean? Like, it's not hard to drink it when you're drinking fast. It's the shot and the air in between that really...
12 minutes of beer.
Yeah,
okay, 5 beers an hour is 12 minutes of beer. That seems fucking easy, but I guess you're right.
It's the air in between.
It's
that
the
really...
air in between.
Yep. That's what makes
Taking
it so
the
hard.
shot of fucking thing is a pain in the ass. Who ever would have thought this?
Exactly. It's all strategy. So your strategy was light beer, or light Budweiser, so not a light beer for the piss factor, but a lighter alcohol content wise.
Just straight up Budweiser.
Yeah.
Knowing, okay, I can drink this. I've drank this. You know, this is easy.
It's not push, but it's going to get you through.
Budweiser.
Yeah.
It's predictable.
It's not,
you know what it tastes like.
yeah, it's not a Heineken where it's going to have a weird aftertaste halfway through. Yeah.
My friend Jason and I, this is before I fell in love with IPAs and converted to more of a marijuana IPA type of gentleman. My friend Jason and I used to get a 30-pack of Budweiser each and go to like his house at noon and put on like The Real World from like 2002 or 2004 or just some vintage fucking Real World, and literally drink our 30 packs and watch Real World goddamn marathons for a good 12 hours. So
that's awesome.
So why I chose Budweiser.
Okay.
I had prepped myself for these epic fucking pathetic 2 grown men sitting there with their 30 packs next to each other. Like, those were like our, like as if we were businessmen and these were our briefcases at a fucking meeting.
I know exactly what you're referring to.
Yeah. We just sat them right next to each other. We didn't even put them in the fridge. Just fucking, open the goddamn, it was like the winter time. Open the windows, keep your fucking sweatshirt on, put the goddamn 30 pack right next to you, and you're just drinking, watching The Real World for 12 straight hours.
Yes.
Beautiful day. Beautiful way to spend a Saturday.
The guy I was inspired by the Midnight Rider at Dick's to call Safi and just harass as you would harass Earl.
Yes.
Like I would sing the Black Earl song to him. That's what he does. He gets a 30 rack of Miller on when he leaves work Friday, and he drinks it until he goes back to work on Monday.
That's it.
And he watches things like The Real World.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You and him to get along.
No. Our thing was finish the 30 pack. And like we wanted to finish the 30 pack that day.
Oh no, he does a 30 a day.
Okay, good.
So he gets up in the morning and walks to the...
I was going to say.
Oh, of course. Anyway, you're drinking one shot at a time.
One shot at a time. I feel prepped. I feel good. I feel ready to go.
And so you get about 3 beers deep. And the first...
beers. So how many shots?
3 shots, I mean.
Oh, 3 shots. Okay.
3 shots of beer, 3 drinks. And,
shots. You can say shots. That's fine.
3 shots. And the first thing that comes up, the first subject that you really get into is a very obvious one. It's, what do you start thinking about when you drink?
Ladies?
Yep, it's West Side.
Oh, my ex-girlfriend. West
They
Side.
start talking about you and West Side, and how the day before she was out job hunting and you met him for lunch.
Oh.
At one point, we learned later on that Fez does not like how West Side ate. And that he never made a comment, but he made a comment here, and it kind of is just out of the blue, and he goes, and when she saw the size of that burger, and I saw the size of the burger you got for her, it was like, you didn't even know this woman at all, Dave.
Well, he said she had E.T. fingers. That was a comment that I was couldn't. It was hard to defend some of these comments, I suppose. I mean, it's kind of funny, though.
Oh, yeah.
I don't wish her any ill will in any way, shape, or form, by the way. This is not me. I'm a classy guy. I'm a gentleman, for crying out loud.
Well,
She's doing well.
Find more about how classy you are.
He said she had an E.T. neck, too. In fact, it just seemed like he thought she looked like E.T. He might have even said E.T. eyes. He didn't. He thought she was an E.T. doppelganger.
Other than pointing out how big the burger was, he really didn't attack her too much here. Some of the callers did point it out.
Basically, this is me calling her E.T. on Tales from the Satellite. I didn't even fucking say all that.
It just kind of seems like, even though you said you were going to be nice, you just called her E.T.
Fez said that.
Fez said what?
He called her E.T.
he said phone home every time he saw her. Hell yeah.
West side. Touch my finger.
But a caller at one point calls in and goes, she should be doing it with you, although I guess chef jizz would be harder to 2 shots of or something like that. And Ron goes, Dave, how good was I yesterday? I didn't even say anything to make her cry. I didn't bring up chefs or anything. And Fez goes, oh, that's why she looked different. And it's one of my favorite lines because apparently the last time they had made her cry on air, and Fez was just like,
that was awful. That was a terrible experience. I mean, it was funny, though. It actually is funny in retrospect. But, yeah, I made the mistake of bringing her on the show. They proceeded.
I'm sure you only did that once.
They proceeded twice, I guess, right?
Oh, you guys did the dating game, right?
At WNEW.
Okay.
But this is when I worked for them.
Oh, yeah.
That was me as just merely, listener
Super fan.
and super fan, stuff like that. Yeah, and I was pretty goddamn hammered on that episode. But this one, I thought it'd be a fun little experience for her. No, it was a bad idea. She was asked lots of questions, and these were stressful, and then the tears came.
Yeah, I get that. Unfortunately, it feels like maybe if you didn't do certain things, you wouldn't have to answer stressful questions. So I got your back, Dave, man. Don't you worry. Not at all. That's what I'm saying. You could have said no to being on air, too. So you moved past West Side, and I think...
as we were out for our business lunch yesterday, he invited his chick along. She came along, and she's trying to make it in New York City, huh?
Yeah, she had a great time. Oh, excuse me, Ron.
Yeah.
I have a third shot to do.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. Yeah, she had a great time at the old diner there.
And you two
Happy Hamburger Cafe.
Two were eating cheeseburgers together.
Yeah.
She showed up late. We had already ordered, so Dave ordered lunch for her for when she got there.
Yeah.
And she got there, and she looks at this gigantic cheeseburger platter in front of her, and she looked at Dave like this thought of, and I thought, do these two know each other at all? It looked like he ordered her the last thing she would want on that menu.
What, women, she's out looking for a job. Why would she ever want a gigantic cheeseburger?
He ordered her Wimpy's lunch.
No, I think she was more surprised about the size of the burger. And then I come across, she was like, when we got back to the apartment, oh, I can't believe how big that burger was. And I looked like
compared
Donald
to your
Trump.
dick? Yeah, compared to your dick, it was unbelievable.
I can't comment about things like that.
Yeah, I do think you're very Trumpish. All right, here you go. This is your 4th beer?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. How you feeling, Dave?
The minutes are coming fast in the power hour.
Yeah.
I feel fantastic. This is going to be a fucking piece of cake.
Why are you yelling already?
Sorry.
Just 4 shots of beer.
Mark my word.
There should be no reason to yell. There should be no.
I might unbutton the top.
No, let us know. You don't feel any buzz yet, right? 4 minutes in?
No, not really.
Not even a slight one?
I feel like a little bit happier,
Yeah.
a tinge happier.
Yeah.
But there's no buzz. I mean, as you can see, my speaking skills are as good as always.
Absolutely the same. That's the truth.
No change there.
You wake up slurring, you fucking maniac. Marble mouth. Of course, you don't have a problem.
I do my best.
Every time I look over at Earl, I go, did he have a sack of balls in his mouth? Why does he talk like that?
I didn't have any sack of
You
balls.
fucking talk like a bottom whenever I hear you. All right, here you are into shot 5 in Happy Day. 60 shots of beer in 60 minutes.
Think of it this way, you're a 12th of the way there.
I've never drank beer like this. That's the interesting part.
All right, I wait, hold on, I'll check my BlackBerry. I just got something from DC. Earl knows we can't drink on the air.
Earl?
I just put back Earl. He said it was okay. And I left it. Because you didn't definitely say no, right?
I clearly said no.
But, I mean, you're not over here. You're not trying to take the beers away.
I'm now knee-deep in more shit.
That's where you fucking belong, Earl. You're not running a tight ship here. You were the first black executive producer of any radio show in history. You're the Jackie Robinson of radio producers. You broke the color barrier. You're under different rules than everyone else. Here we go.
That barrier shouldn't have taken so long to break.
Now, Opie, on the other hand, Branch Rickey, he just throws me, Earl, and then he goes well on his way. And he's taking all the props for it. But he doesn't have to deal with you for every day. He goes, I'd love to have Earl with me, but I can only have a 19-man staff. Could you please take Earl?
In all genuineness, they want to move on. They don't want you getting drunk and ruining your relationship during the power hour.
Okay.
They want you to ruin it, just not two separate bits.
Yeah, right, exactly.
So the next
Stretch
thing...
it out a little bit. Get more content out of it that way. Davey Mac, you're drunk on this episode, and a couple of weeks ago, ruin your relationship. From now, ruin your relationship.
You could be drunk then too, but
we get a couple different shows.
Yeah, exactly.
I get you what you're saying, yeah.
So moving on is what they try to do, and a caller from Jersey calls in and goes, Dave, I'm drinking along with you. We got your back. You're going to get Roberto. And you go, oh, that's my buddy.
Thank you.
Can we put on some Bruce? Because he's my buddy. And Ron goes, we're not going to put on Bruce, but do you want to put on some music? And you go, yeah. And he goes, what's your favorite song, Dave? So I'd like to know, what's your favorite song?
Did I have one? Oh, wow.
You said favorite band or favorite song? And he said song, and you right away gave it to him.
Favorite song would be, that's really difficult to say. However, since I'm drinking, let me get into the Davey Mac mind frame and say, and it's not Bruce, it wasn't Rosalita by Bruce Springsteen?
That is one of the songs you requested, but it was not your favorite. Your favorite
that was
song.
Good, though.
That was great.
Then I'll say my favorite song is Mr. Brownstone, Guns N' Roses.
It wasn't Guns N' Roses.
Then I'll say the Alive Pearl Jam.
If I give you the band, will help?
Yes, please.
The Who.
Bob O'Reilly?
It was Bob O'Reilly.
God damn it.
That said, you also requested, obviously, Guns N' Roses. And what song did you request?
Was it Mr. Brownstone?
It was Mr. Brownstone, yeah.
Fuck it. Hey.
Which was pretty...
It's great. I love doing this show.
It's amazing.
It's like a trivia game for me.
We could...
I actually feel like I'm playing a game show.
We could call it an Arrested Development.
What are the subcategories I'm going to put as game show? Because I honestly feel like I'm playing a game show. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of questions
you're
here.
Pretty much winning, I would say. So you sing Bob O'Reilly some... You sing some Guns N' Roses.
Don't cry, don't raise your eye.
We're going to get a copyright strike. That was so accurate.
That's how much I sound like Roger Daltrey.
And then
copyright strike.
At what point you point out you sang a song with Roberto a bunch too.
That was Del Shannon's the Runaway. Right?
How does it go? Maybe little Davey could help.
I mean, yeah, it goes like Del Shannon. Oh, it's a great song. It goes like this. It goes, and if I walk along, I wonder what went wrong with our love, a love that was so strong. And as I think along, I think of the things we done together while our heart was young. And then this is the puppet part. I've been walking in the rain, tears are falling and I feel the pain, wishing you were here by me, to end this misery. Now wonder, see? Why wanted that? You like that? Why? She ran away, and I wonder why she will stay. My little runaway. Applause.
I don't know if that was the same sound, but that was good. That was good.
That better be the same song. That was the only song I did with Roberto.
It felt like
Stepping for Roberto Little Davey, because Roberto was destroyed by Danny Doring. Check out that episode when we do it.
Oh.
Big ass bash at some point.
Yeah, sure absolutely.
Oh wait, we also mentioned that story in that episode.
Yeah. I thought you were talking about that.
Or you can big ass bash it in the future. Go ahead.
Either way, you kind of wrap up your singing there, and then they go, Dave, we got one of your best friends on the line. You guess some dude from New Jersey,
Patty.
And
Catman.
I think you guessed Catman, and they go close, and they go, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Your Life is a Movie with Paulo.
Paulo, one of my best friends.
And you were not happy. No, you were not happy. You came out the gate swinging right away. Fuck you, Paulo. And he came out of the gate swinging not at you, but at his wife. He was like, shut the fuck up, I'm on the fucking phone.
The legendary Gail O.
So they really tried
that. Then one time.
No. Was it during the filming of something?
Yeah. He came up to shoot my scene for his movie, The Gap. And he was tremendous, but she was, I mean, my God. It was like looking at Tim Burton, one of his like characters from his claymation movies. She kind of had that sort of appearance to me.
Wow. Yeah. Not even good looking. You would assume that crazy.
Good looking, bad looking. I'm not saying that. I'm saying like eyes, crazy hair, and just a very dark ambiance. Very Tim Burton claymation-esque.
Makes sense.
You know.
Yeah. So he calls in, talk to the wife, you and him fight, and one of the main things it's kind of funny that you bring up is about The Gap and how he's not putting you in his movie.
Yeah, I mean, come on, man. I'm a fucking star. Everyone knows I'm like goddamn fucking redheaded De Niro over here. People don't understand. I pretty much invented method acting. You listen to me, my fucking shit on the Ryan Fez show. That's what a lot of this is. But why wouldn't you use that for the Gap movie? I should have been a star.
Oh, I can tell you exactly why.
In one scene.
Paulo's main beef with you is that you're a lightweight and you're not drinking right. And so I could tell you exactly why he wouldn't put you in the movie. It's because it's almost like Paulo feels like there's a new kind of crazy guy who's taking the spotlight, who's Fez's best friend and watching the football games with Fez.
I don't see Paulo being jealous of me.
Well, I mean,
feel like we fit. You think so? You think we're similar?
No, I think in Paulo's eyes, he was being used less and less at the time, and you're killing it. So he's throwing rocks at anything.
What's he supposed to do? He's got to fucking call the show. I'm there.
And Ron plays it up too, and he goes, "Hey, Paulo, remember when you used to drink for us and stuff?" And like, so he's playing into it too, and that's what made me think there might have been something there.
I think it's Ron just kind of having a little fun with Paulo. But I actually always thought Paulo liked me, and I actually liked Paulo. I always loved his Oscars thing, and I always loved the gig. And probably one of the things I called in the most was to do an Oscars blurb, to do a Paulo Oscars blurb joke.
Makes sense.
Oh yeah. Paulo fan.
How about we put you on the phone with your best friend of all time? Who would you say that was?
That would probably be one of my boys, Jason from Spring Lake.
Jason from where?
Seagirt, Avon.
Yeah. Hold on, do your beer. Say hello to your best friend. Here he is. Go ahead, Dave. Say hi.
Hi, buddy.
Hi. Your life's a movie.
You motherfucker. Paulo?
Your life's a movie, Dave.
Fuck you. You two abortion freak.
All right.
Who do you think you are, his wife?
You're one of my suspects, by the way, because every single...
Fuck! Jesus.
What is going on there, Paul?
Nothing. She's really just in a happy place, so let's just keep her out of it. Okay, goodbye. All right. Hey, Dave, how you doing?
Deb, Paulo, calm down. What is going on there at your house?
I don't want to... Look. Yeah, okay. Anyway, Dave, how you doing?
Dave is doing the power hour. Remember, you used to drink with us.
Yes, the drinking is good, but I mean, you know, come on, he's a lightweight. But okay, fine. Hey, Dave, buddy.
But what is the problem with you and your wife today, Paul?
Nothing. She's good, but she's just in a little world of her own. She doesn't quite know what's happening. So when
is she excited about the movie?
Yeah, she's very excited. She's got a lot of exciting plans. But right now, we're going to talk movies with Drunken Dave, that's for sure. We got a big movie this week, The Da Vinci Code.
Now, I've read so many bad reviews on this, Paulo.
Yeah, well, okay, first of all, there's so much controversy. This is literally the biggest book, fictional book of all time. I think it's like...
What about the Bible?
I said fictional.
Ah.
And that's kind of the crux of the problem. I mean, it's 45 million, and that puts it in the top 5. And the Bible has a little edge on it. It's about 6 billion. And
6 billion?
That's more than only 4 billion people on the planet.
Everyone's getting more than one.
But yeah, everybody gets more than one, and it's over a period of time. It's had a long time to build this up. It's been a long bestseller. So how you doing, Dave?
I'm doing good.
He's trying to talk in. Shot. How many shots has he had now?
That is 30, boss.
Oh my God.
30.
Easy.
Halfway there, buddy.
That is the
halfway
best
there
news.
and you're shit-faced.
Earl, update the shot count on the pad data as we go.
What's he been doing up to this point?
Right now it just says Dave and Paul.
Sure. He's in no hurry.
Me and Paul.
So if you really need to know how many shots he's doing, go to pad data. That's where it's all at. Halfway there. Paulo?
Okay, so, I mean, the Da Vinci...
Remember how you said your favorite song was Little Runaway?
Yeah.
That was also the favorite song of Dave and Roberto.
Yeah, love that song.
How's
love
it go?
And as I walk alone, I wonder what went wrong with my love, a love that was so strong. I've been walking in the rain, tears are falling and I feel the pain, wishing you... Okay, hold on, Ro.
All right, Dave, you do realize the drinking was why you lost the puppet in the first place.
I had to...
True.
That's a good point, Paul.
All right, I think we
What
better
was
move on.
Roberto's part?
Because the life of society as we know it is hanging in the balance right.
And I wonder, and Roberto would say, I wonder. And I would go, why, Roberto? And he'd go, why? And I'd say, why, Roberto? Because she ran away. No, I would say that. She ran away, and I wonder, right, Roberto? And then Roberto would go, where she will stay, my little runaway. Run away.
All right.
Yeah, we all miss Jackie Puppet.
Hey, Dave.
It's not his name, Ron. It's Roberto.
Paulo was good. I always enjoyed him. I just was curious because it seemed like,
Yeah, that's funny.
What was he most known for on O&A when he did the enema contest? Make me laugh, and Opie made him laugh. What did you do on the O&A show? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like he starts to go, Dave's taking my rub a bit.
No.
It doesn't just realize he's fucking Magic Johnson. Michael Jordan's in the league.
No, I don't see that. I know someone who was a little bit when I would do stuff, she would do some things too.
Lily.
No, I'll say this. Because I feel bad. The Davey Max Tales from the Satellite, it's supposed to be a happy retrospective, even though all previous 8 episodes have had tons of controversy.
And I know the next 3 episodes they're going to have it.
This is a celebration. Just in case anyone wants to know. I'm not going for drama. We're not. This is a celebration of Ron Fez. But yes, controversy is bound to pop up. No, I'll tell you who. Fuck it. Crazy Jen.
Oh, I can see that.
JFK
Yeah.
was someone who, when I would do a puppet or I would do this or that, a couple months later, similar things were happening. This isn't what I said. This was a couple people either on the Ron and Fez show or very close to the Ron and Fez show said, yeah, anytime you do something, she does.
Tell you something, Dave. I'm not trying to pick a beef with someone named Crazy Jen, so I never saw that.
I actually think you two would be a good couple.
Well, I do want to.
I know, You're looking for romance, right?
I'm looking for a bullet. Well, anyway.
In all the wrong paces?
So, speaking of love, before we get to the big finale here.
Go ahead. I got to text someone, but hold on. Keep going.
You give one of my favorite lines, which is you have somebody grab a shirt to change into. And Ron goes, why are you changing your shirt? And you say, I'm just trying to be cool. And you go, it's like bringing Larry Bird off the bench. And then instantly you go, I don't know why you'd have him on the bench, but if Larry was coming off the bench and Ron goes, yeah, put your shirt on, Larry. It just made me chuckle. But then you do
Bird.
Yeah,
Bird.
Everybody loves Bird.
I'm a Knicks fan, but it's the shooting form that I admired so well. I tried to copy that as
slingshot?
a southpaw. No, the perfect L. Perfect L.
Bird did not sing about the perfect L.
Perfect L. Bird had a perfect fucking L.
Slingshot.
He had the most perfect L you'll ever see on your fucking basketball player. You kids make a perfect L and then go up and say goodbye to the ball. Up and say goodbye to the ball. Perfect L. Up and say goodbye to the ball. Perfect L. And that's how you shoot a basketball. Don't give me this. Don't fucking be pushing that ball out. Flick. And you should be able to do this with one hand, kids.
Should come from the legs.
You should be able to actually hold a microphone and in one hand and then do it in the other hand, and that's how your form will improve. I see a lot of youngsters out there. You're pushing the ball. You shoot like this. You shoot like that. I want the L and I want L.
And cool. If you're looking to find your range, like where you should be shooting from, do that same thing, but don't use your legs, and you'll find out where you're comfortable
Don't
shooting
use your
from.
legs and don't use the other hand.
Yeah, and you'll find out.
The reason why I have range from I can consistently hit from 35 feet is because I start with the L under the basket. I shoot about 10 layups.
Shot
I
build
move
up.
back 5 feet. I shoot about 5 baskets. I make them all. I move back 5 feet. We keep doing this process, and I found out that I can move to about 35 feet and just drain those one after another. I probably should get a 10-day contract for the Knicks just to at least show them that I can hit, some threes. If you don't like it, it's a 10-day contract, Dolan. Then fucking cut my ass. But help me out.
They call them skinny Oz.
Just saying, if they had some sharp-shooting three-ballers out there last year, maybe they would have gotten to the Eastern Conference Finals.
They wouldn't.
Think about the Dave man. Think John Paxson. Think Steve Kerr. Think Davey Mack.
I agree. And speaking of that, it seems like both your shooting form and your career plan with the Knicks are very regimented. Like you take things in steps and orders. And as we said, the first thing you talked about here is kind of the last thing you talk about before you get to the end of the challenge, and that is West Side. Because you were in a relationship at the time and you kind of loved her, and Ron goes, "Hey, Dave, is there anything you'd like to say or ask West Side right now?"
Oh my God, what is going to happen now?
And you go, "West Side, I love you so much, Ruby.
No.
Will you marry me
Oh my God.
in 2 years?"
I did not say that. Yep. And Ron goes, "You mean get engaged in 2 years?" And you go, "Yep." So Ron goes, "This isn't a proposal at all." And you go, "Nope."
Is there something you like to ask West Side now? Something that you feel like you should let everybody know how you feel about her?
Baby,
Yeah.
listen, baby. We've been through a lot together. The good times, the bad. But I'll say this. I'm a good guy. And will you, baby, marry me in 2 years? 2 years.
So in
baby.
2 years you want to get engaged or you want to get married?
I gotta do this right.
Yeah. You,
2 years get engaged. In 2 years, baby, I'll put a ring on your finger to be engaged.
So this is the pre-engagement?
Exactly. I am
be serious.
starting to get foam in my stomach. No, I am.
Tell us what you really feel about her, though, because, be brave.
You're my baby. You're my little lamb chop. Remember when we were arrested for giving handies in our Toyota Corolla?
Who'd you give one to?
Do we need that, Mr. W? We are a team. And we're doing stuff in the Sandy Hook.
Okay, do another shot, and then pick up your story from there. It's a beautiful story that you're telling.
In the Sandy Hook Police Department doesn't like people expressing their love. It
50, buddy.
doesn't like, you know what, it's going to go right down to the fucking wire, though, because I swear to God I might throw up any second.
Is that right? You feeling that way?
Well, I should have fucking eaten, Ron.
Well, here's the thing. Don't think about drinking puke. Don't think about gargling shit.
Please.
Diarrhea.
That's it.
Seriously, please don't.
That's it.
Hey, whatever you do, look at me. And this is important. Never thinking about sucking a squirrel's salty dick. Because, where are you going, Dave?
That must be from all the nuts he eats.
Where are you going, brother? Stay with it.
I'm just trying to... No way. No
Yes,
fucking way.
it's time,
Yeah,
man.
dude.
It's time, brother.
No way.
It's time.
You tell him I got a timer right here.
Feel on your nerves a little bit?
Yeah.
It's not...
It's not going to happen?
No, it is going to happen. I can do it. Thank you, Johnny.
Johnny just wrote a sign that said, "You can do it," and shared it to him.
You can do it!
How much time is there?
You got another 18 minutes.
You kidding me?
18, no. I wish I was kidding, buddy.
You're almost there. More than halfway.
69, that's what we're going for.
69 what?
69 minutes. 69 for that time at Sandy Hook. You and Claire. Jacking each other off.
This is a big joke to everybody.
Not to me,
Big joke.
buddy.
I'm going. I'm hurling any second here.
Don't let it go, buddy.
Come on.
Don't fire.
You're not Hurley.
This is going to be the key.
Do your
Dave.
shot of puke. That's duck shit. That's duck shit.
Ew, it
Drink
looks like it.
Take the headphones off in case you need to. Let's bring in a lot of heat. How you feeling, Dave?
Not good.
Keep the puke bucket in front of you, buddy.
How's that
Next
garbage
one's
can
going
smell?
down. Next one's coming out.
Not going to be able to do it?
Yeah. I'm not quitting.
No. How about Roberto? Do it for Roberto, buddy. Hold on.
All you have to do is
Don't
get Roberto
lose
back.
it. He's ready to...
Oh, shit!
He's out.
Oh.
You can't do shit.
Like Niagara frickin' Falls, it comes out.
Oh my God.
What happened, Dave? What happened, buddy? What happened? How far away was he, Johnny?
What was the last shot he did?
He had 7 minutes and 15 seconds to go, boy.
Oh my God! 7 more. 7 more, and he didn't pull it off.
You were 7
7 more, and he didn't pull it off. Well, let's show you what you could have won. It's the.
Let me try again, dude.
Yeah.
Let me try again. What is this?
What is this?
Oh, this could have been a reward. You were 7 away.
Roberto! No, Dave.
You failed.
You failed.
Give me my puppet, Haas.
And I gotta tell you, for a proposal in 2 years. I apologize.
I gotta tell you.
Apologize to Westside right now and Davey Max Tales from the Satellite. I'm not even joking. You're drunk. You're on the fucking radio. You say shit like that.
Like you're gonna propose at first, which is she's gonna be like, oh, I guess, right? Like she's going, oh my God, he's being crazy.
I'm not even trying to be a heel, and it happened. Oh, you like? I mean, again, I'm blacked out. I'm remembering. I'm literally learning about some of this stuff for the first time right now. It had whenever latest this had to be was 2008.
Oh, I think this was way earlier than
Yeah, I'm thinking it could have been 07. Because I think by 08 we moved to Sirius. And I'm almost positive this happened.
This was XM, yeah.
So you're talking, the time I was there in XM is 05, 06, 07. Then we moved to Sirius 08. I stayed at that building all the way through 2014. But anyway, okay, go ahead.
So that's kind of how the proposal ends.
Oh, that's awful. I apologize.
In comes the puppet master.
Who's the puppet master? You keep saying this.
It's the guy who stole your puppet. He was doing basically the hacky, oh, I'm the bandit. It was Hosp.
Oh, God damn.
He reveals himself. He goes, if you were on the board, you'd know who it was.
This is when he revealed himself.
This is when he revealed himself. During the power hour. Yeah.
Drunk Dave is one of the few times where I can get really, really angry.
And then he pukes.
Besides doing any kind of podcast, which is also the other time I get really angry.
Or anytime I text you and we're on the phone.
Call with Robert, anger, and Jared, White Jared, co-host of Yaddle Chattel, anger too.
Any car ride with Bobo, Big A.
Oh, lots of anger.
And you can get that where?
Patreon.com/EastsideDave.
I had to help you with that plug. But so you take shot 51, you take shot 40.
51, Bernie Williams.
You take shot 52.
52, CC Sabathia.
And if you were as fat as Sabathia, you might have been able to keep going, but
Don't tell me that's where I lost.
Shot 52 is where you go down.
So on the first power hour, I got to 52. Fuck. Robert, while I was blacked out, apparently for the majority of this, because a lot of the details you just gave me, I'm literally remembering for the first time. However, I lost on 52 because I puked, correct? So once you puke, you get a little sober. And I'm telling you, after I puked, this is where the blackout now wears off. I remember feeling like I lost, like the Yankees lost the 2001 World Series in 7 games to the Arizona Diamondbacks. I remember thinking, this is a Yankees Game 7 D-backs situation. I was devastated. Fuck, whatever Aaron Rodgers is going through right now with the torn Achilles, times that by 1 billion in terms of how I felt.
And
devastatingly wise.
You kind of see the stages of grief pretty quickly. Denial. You start trying to drink again. You're like, we'll do it right now. Hospice, like, there's 35 minutes left.
I was positive I was going to win. I was so positive. 5 beers in an hour?
52. So close.
And you get to 52. And trust me, Robert, this wasn't me trying to go for a Pat from Winaki. Godspeed, rest in peace. We love you, Pat, forever. This wasn't me trying to do a Pat from Winaki baby bird situation. Robert, I think I was about to puke in shot number 46 or 47. If again, I was blackout-ish. But after the puke, it kind of restored a little bit of the late power hour memories. And I remember feeling nauseous, but thinking, man, I'm in the 50s.
Oh, I can do this, yeah.
Fucking getting it.
And honestly, I think you're right about that number, because that's right around when Johnny kind of switches from being frustrated with you. Because early on you go, how quickly are you giving to me these 30-second shots? What are we doing here, Johnny? And he's like, no, boss, it's a minute, Dave. They were coming. Oh, yeah, you get that. They were coming hard and fast, those shots. Yeah.
There was just one after another. It was like the fucking Lucille Ball episode where she's trying to make the fucking chocolates. And it's just one after another, and the fucking conveyor belt goes crazy. I'm like, when is the goddamn shot conveyor belt going to stop here?
Yeah.
Shit.
You just put your mouth there at the end and try to... Anyway. That's kind of where it ends. Hospice in, and you engage with him fine. You sober up enough from the puking to but it kind of bothered me because he's like, this is the one thing you should be able to do. It's the only thing you bring to the table. And it's like, what did you bring to the table?
It's a weird thing about radio. I shouldn't say that. Some radio fans, they are so weirdly assured of their stupid fucking theories that they think they know what the fuck it is they're talking about. Like, this is the only thing you can bring to the table. Besides written bits, sketches, ideas, confessionals, game shows, puppets, characters, inventions. What else? What the fuck? There's been no producer who's been as versatile as I have been.
Yeah.
Zero. On that channel, not one person can fucking hold a candle to the amount of fucking content, sketches, classic bits, and fucking legendary moments the way I have. That's why we're doing this show. So fucking Hosp, you know what you're famous for? Having a small dick on Howard Stern. You know that's not a joke?
No, I did know that, yeah.
Stern's smallest penis contest.
I did know that.
Hosp, the gay Sean Connery.
I was going to say, it's important to note that all three of your producers for this noted that we cannot listen to Hosp without hearing 100% gay Sean Connery.
I'm Hosp, the gay Sean Connery. The only thing you bring to the table, Dave, is, well, hours and hours of entertainment and legendary moments. As opposed to me, Hosp, the gay Sean Connery, who not only has the world's smallest dick, but enjoys sucking on the world's smallest dicks. And getting the world's smallest dicks inserted into my ass. And getting a personality inserted into my brain. Because outside of theft, i.e., stealing Dave's puppet, I really have done nothing worthwhile or creative with my entire fucking life. I'm Hosp, the gay Sean Connery, and I enjoy my little dick.
Well, speaking of little dicks and little bladders, one of the things you asked is, were you allowed to piss yourself? And Ron said no.
Wait, I asked that question?
Yeah, because early on, this was might have even been before it started, because you said that was your one concern, is that you have a tied bladder.
Sir, I feel like I'm Bill Belichick talking about the fucking the Bill Patriots opponent. My one concern is their running game. My one concern, Ron, is my pissing my pants.
I mean, I can vouch that you do have the need to go to the bathroom every so often, and honestly, I right now have to go to the bathroom.
What?
But much like
we're just in such a great flow.
Much like Ron said to you, that would be ripping off the great Al Dukes. So no one's allowed to pee in studio anymore.
Yes.
On that note, we're going to take a brief 5-minute commercial break, and we will be.
Well, it's really a piss break.
Back.
That's what it is.
Yeah, just a piss. Nothing else. I really got to go. Love you guys. Bye.
I like when Ron gets mad and starts screaming at Black Earl. Then Earl breaks down and runs out of the studio. Then he comes back in and says, I'm sorry, it won't happen again.
A lot of people who listen to this, please don't take drugs.
She's not happy, and she's not normal anymore. She's so lonely, she's got no one left to lose. She wants to die before Christmas.
You hope to die before Christmas?
I hope so.
She's afraid.
I'm afraid that if I die before he will, and I think what's going to happen is he won't care at all.
He won't care at all that you're gone.
I'm gone. I'm gone. I'm gone.
She's probably going to commit suicide.
If you die first, I probably will commit suicide.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't kill yourself. Kill someone else. Gail, you're gonna have to kill Paul. You'll have to do it while he's sleeping. Bang, bang, shoot him in the head while he's laying in bed. You can blame the medicine.
The biggest problem is that she doesn't understand exactly how mentally ill she is.
I am not that mentally ill. I have a bipolar disorder.
That's nothing.
It's not.
It's a bipolar on top of a schizophrenia.
No, I'm not schizophrenic, Paul. I'm dual. You've heard of what I'm saying.
Yes.
That's it. The doctor
Dual
wouldn't-
personality.
Yeah, you don't.
taking
You don't. I'm not psychotic, Paul.
And we are back. I hope you guys all peed too.
I know I did.
Speaking of two.
Peed my pants, that is.
Wow.
That's not true, folks. You could see I'm wearing gray. I don't want people staring at my crotch. But if you could see my crotch, there's no wet spot. I said I don't want to see them staring at my crotch. Now that's all they're doing. If they're watching this video, that's all they're doing. Why is the crotch getting zoomed in on?
I'm sorry, I misunderstood.
Okay, yeah. We're back. The exact opposite. And we're back.
And you're back.
9. The Max Tales from a Satellite. And how about this? And this is our first season of this.
Yeah, and who knows how many? Infinite.
Well, we're just really going to take a month or two off just to recalibrate and do, because these take a lot of preparation. Robert, Ronifez Archivist, Jared, they get all the credit. Thank you very much. Okay, go ahead, please.
So we're back, and you're back to do the second Power Hour, and I'm curious, why again?
I hadn't won. I needed to go out on my own terms. Like a Michael Jordan, like a Tom Brady, I can't go out on an injury or a gambling suspension that they pretend didn't actually happen. So go play baseball for a couple of years.
Year or two.
Yeah.
You tested positive for steroids.
I got and or gambling may have led your fucking dad to get shot. But anyway, the whole point is this. I need to go out as champion because I am a champion. See, when you think of Eastside Dave or Davey Mack or Darth David or simply Dave McDonald, when you think of me, think of champions.
That's why we call
that's
you.
all I've been. What?
That's why we call you Ichiban McDonald.
That's why they call me Ichiban. You know what Ichiban means in Japanese? Number one.
Number
That's
one.
what it means. I know that because my dad bought me an Ichiban shirt in 1985 from Japan. So anyway, Robert, the point is I need to redeem myself. You know, it's kind of like Ali Frazier. You know, 1968, they fought for the first time. Or was it 70? They fought for the first time in Madison Square Garden.
And then you need to redeem yourself, yeah.
Frazier won, beats Ali. Everyone's like, Ali's too old. That's it. His days are done. He says, no. I'm going to redeem myself. Bam. Beats Joe Frazier.
I know you got him. I know you all got him. I know you do. But I'm going to show you how great I am.
Oh, God. I love Muhammad Ali. You know, my favorite thing that he ever said was, I murdered a rock. I killed a stone. I hospitalized a brick. I'm so mean, I make medicine sick.
Bad man.
That's a fucking great line. I'm so mean, I make medicine sick.
That's a great one. I like, last night, I was in the bedroom, cut off the lights, was in bed before the room got dark.
Room got dark. That's a classic one.
Fast. Also, who was his hype man? That's
Jamie Foxx. Was it that? Right? That would be. That's what we needed. Like in the movie, Jamie Foxx played that guy.
Yeah.
The guy with the weirdest hair, the weirdest hairline of all time. He had like good in the front, good in the back, and then like a humongous ocean of baldness
in the middle. Yeah.
Yeah, it was so weird. Jamie Foxx was great as that guy in the movie. By the way.
Yeah. I like.
He's probably better than Will Smith as Ali.
I think his best role was Damar Hamlin.
Oh, that's so, made fun of Jamie Foxx with the cardiac arrest.
And
what you did.
And Damar Hamlin.
I'm a Jamie Foxx fan. Any given Sunday. Let's go.
It's called 2 cardiac arrests, 1 stone. Anyway, we're back.
Yeah, we're back.
Power Hour. You chose to do it again, and this time you come in with a different strategy.
Okay. I remember. What was the different strategy?
You ate a high-protein meal the night before.
Smart.
Right? So you have something to absorb it a little bit.
I had some chicken. I believe I may have even requested chicken to be made for me.
Okay.
And I hate to bring up Wade Box gets 2 shout-outs today, but I get somewhere, I don't know why.
Because it's an episode about drinking.
I jerking off to Wade Boggs fucking baseball cards recently, but I read that Wade Boggs, one of the greatest hitters of all time, we all know this, so I always take my cues from the athletes who I like.
I take mine from Ty Cobb.
And Wade Boggs said before every fucking game, he had chicken and pasta. Every game. Every game.
That's carbo loading.
You get fucked. I know, but wouldn't you? The guy played over 1,000. Easy. He played for 20 years, 20 times, let's say 150, 3,000 games or so. The guy played a lot of baseball games. He's having a chicken and pasta for 3,000 times.
Here's the thing, Dave. Wade Boggs like to do what in addition to eating chicken and pasta, apparently? Drink. And when you drink a lot, you don't
wear wigs, wear toupees.
Yeah. And when you drink a lot, you don't have the world's safest stomach. So when you find a meal that you know you can eat and you won't crap yourself on the field, you stick with it. So
Yeah,
yes, I do think for 3,000 straight games, one man ate fettuccine Alfredo, and fried chicken.
God damn.
So you're back, and your strategy was, again, probably chicken and pasta the night before.
That's what I did because of the Boggs scenario.
And then, what would you have for breakfast the day of a power hour? I got to know.
I am, if you're telling me I ate something, then what I would say is a bagel with cream cheese. Am I right?
No. Dave, your thought process was...
No, that I genuinely don't remember this.
Yeah, your thought process...
It's not right, though, in this game show, which is my life.
You know what, Dave? I don't think you should get this one right, because it was just... We aren't convinced it was even real.
All right, wait, what?
Apparently, to coat your stomach, you had some nice vanilla ice cream for breakfast that day.
100% I did. I remember exactly my strategy, Robert. The dairy
you have to enlighten
was going to coat my stomach. The last time I puked. So isn't milk and dairy supposed to coat your stomach? Folks, I didn't say I'm a fucking biology expert. I said I'm a fucking radio expert, which I am.
Dave, you ever do a brain hemorrhage shot?
Well, look, it made sense to me, bro. I fucking thought that if you put the goddamn milk in your stomach and it's ice cream, I'm getting food.
Okay, I get the sustenance angle. I like the idea of coating your stomach. Bringing up Claire
your
again.
Stomach.
Dairy and alcohol is going to curdle.
See, I didn't know that, and I'm not even sure if I still know that.
I'm not that right now. I wouldn't do that.
You know, is that why I get really fucked up on these IPAs? And then what I like to do is make myself Cool Ranch Doritos and cheese. This is right before I go to bed. Cool Ranch Doritos and cheese. I do a blanket of Kraft singles on it, put it in the microwave for 2 minutes. It's like a poor man's thing. And then I like to get a big thing, like a 7-Eleven Big Gulp cup of milk. And I will say, a couple times after doing this, I've woken up like 2 hours later, mid-sleep, and I've had to puke my brains out.
Yeah, I want to.
So is that okay?
Yes.
So I'm going to remove the milk and add it and substitute maybe a ginger ale. And then that'll be the last thing I eat before bed. And then I'll be good to go. All right. So I just learned that today. For kids, do not mix dairy and alcohol. And that's fucking one to grow on, kids.
We'll be right back. I have to go throw one with the... Oh.
I didn't know that, honestly.
A giant glass of milk.
Always before bed with the Cool Ranch Doritos and Kraft singles.
Oh, God.
It's a good snack. Have you tried it?
Dear listener, you might think that's the most disgusting thing you're going to hear on this podcast, but it's not, because we're getting into the second power hour, which starts off at the same pace. You start talking about the same subject, which is your romantic love life.
It's so funny. It's a real example of a blackout person when they go into the exact same stories. Not like radio, because in radio you repeat the same story. It's because you never want to assume that everyone's been listening since day one, so you want to sometimes give the same stories every once in a while to get everybody caught up. But this sounds like I just don't even remember what happened the first time, which I don't.
Well, you don't. But you didn't. You also don't bring up these subjects, but it's just they come up in the exact same parallel as the previous drinking hour.
Hysterical, though.
And the first thing you talked about was your love life. And again, West Side does come up a little bit because I think they ask if she prepared you the chicken.
Yeah.
And
she did. She's a good cook.
Somebody called in and said, no, she's not a good cook. A chef must have prepared that chicken.
What? She was a good cook. It probably is. She's still alive, I think.
I'm just telling you, don't get mad at Rob.
I'm not mad at you. I'm trying to be a classy ex. You know, like I see all the people saying, we're discoupling now, man. But we still care about each other and blah, blah, blah. Fuck you.
Yeah.
With your fucking bullshit. When you break up, you should hate that person.
Break up.
I know I hate a few, but not West Side. Not West Side.
That's good.
These are all my mistakes, obviously. You can hear the fucking show. Jesus.
Well, speaking of mistakes, they kind of moved past Claire to another romantic interest of yours.
Oh, God.
Which was a dog.
Now, what is this? Is this the New Year's Eve story?
They don't get into the specifics, Dave. All I know is they allege you allowed a canine to fellatio you using peanut butter as a motivator.
All right, so we're going to talk about that right here, right now. The reason why you listen to Davey Max Tales from the Satellite is that we have promised, in addition to some controversy behind the scenes and backstage moments, I'll give you an exclusive. That's happening right now. And trust me, this is an exclusive that I'm being 100% honest on. Obviously, that never happened. When I joined Rod and Fez, I knew very quickly, it wasn't like it was my goal, but very quickly it was, who the fuck is this guy? Why is he so loud and opinionated? Who the fuck? I hate this fucking Eastside Dave guy. And very quickly I was put into the heel role category, whatever the fuck it is. I don't like him. So I said, you know what? Fuck it. Then I'm going to go along with it. And I'm going to say some shit that, and I'm going to perform You know what I mean, folks? I'm going to perform. I'm going to be in the moment.
Perform like that dog.
The dog, New Year's Eve peanut butter thing never, ever happened. Ever. In fact, nothing like that has ever happened. That's insane. But at the time, I'm in the moment. I'm heelish. And I know every fucking thing that I say, Whackbag is just going to go fucking crazy. That was the Opie and Anthony website. And Whackbag is so ready to hate me with every fucking thing that I possibly said and did. So why not fuck with them and say truly insane shit? So, if you don't believe me, I don't fucking care. Not everything I said on the radio was 100% true. You fucking lemon, you Mark, you Rube. Do you understand how radio and wrestling works? Not everything is true. In fact, at least 50% is bullshit. At least. Usually it's about 80% bullshit. As far as the dog, what can I fucking say to get Whackbag on my ass now? I'll say this shit. Why not? Fucking bad shit crazy.
And
guess what? If you got worked and you believe that, don't get mad at me. Say, my God, Davey Mack, you really are fucking Irish De Niro. Because you had me hook, line, sinker. Again, I don't fucking care if you don't believe it. I'll take 9,000 lie detector tests live on Tales from the Satellite. I'll get
you can't afford
me
that.
up to 90 machines.
We cannot afford that.
All right. But just so you know, there are moments of performance. There are moments where there's truth. There are moments where something true happened, and then from there, you launch off into performance. And then there are also moments of complete and utter bullshit. We're sorry that it's hard to tell. That's the magic. Seriously. You know, and people, well, you're telling the truth here, and you're not telling the truth there. You ever watch wrestling? Same shit happens. Sometimes the guy's actually saying exactly his opinions of that fucking guy. And sometimes you know he's fucking working the room. Sorry that the fucking Eastside Dave, the anti-Dave crowd, which doesn't exist anymore because now it's 100% unanimous the world over that I'm the fucking greatest ever.
Ichiban McDonald.
Ichiban Mac, that's what they call me.
Ichimac.
So now people acknowledge that. But back in the day, if you were someone who wanted, don't come mad at me.
No, yeah.
Just realize I'm the greatest. How many
Also, would Ron let you go?
Did you buy that story?
No.
Oh, you didn't?
No. I came in late past the Shock Jock era where it became clear a lot of the stuff was already worked.
I was surprised. I'm still surprised that people would even think that. Like, this is just stupid.
And here's the selling point for me. Ron wouldn't let you go on air and say you fucked a dog. Right? Like, if you actually came in one day and were like, hey, I'd like to say this on air, Ron would go, what the fuck is wrong with you?
But he'd probably be like, we're going to have to send you to HR right now. You're going to have to get a sanity test. And then while I was in HR, Ron would probably say to Fez, we're looking to get in a new producer ASAP. He's fucking crazy.
Yeah. You wouldn't allow that.
It's just a fine line of being a very creative person who does have moments of nuttiness, but also recognizing when to perform and be in the moment. I'm sorry that I have that insane ability, and some people don't. That's why they can't fucking perform like shit on the radio.
Or in the bedroom.
Yeah. I can perform in the radio. I can perform in the bedroom.
I can do neither. That's why we make such a good team. So you talk about, they bring up the dog a bit, and then again, if you remember last time, you went into singing, and Ron asked what music you want to hear. And this time you give a band you haven't even guessed yet. So let's see where your head's at.
Band.
No, that's a good guess, though.
Damn it. Stones.
It does start with the.
The Doors.
Yeah.
Roadhouse Blues. That's the one.
It ended up being Roadhouse Blues. You just asked for something upbeat.
Oh, okay.
The Doors. And you said...
Bob and 1, baby. 1 and 5. Go ahead.
A lot of people say you look like the Irish
Jim Morrison.
So you say it all
the time. They go, oh my God, you look like an Adonis, like a Greek god, like a
Irish Jim Morrison.
Yeah. Don't hate the face.
You get You get compared to a lot of like punk singers. A lot. I remember another episode.
Legends, I thought you were going to say.
Punk legends a lot. Yeah.
But just legends in general.
Okay, but
I say like I also remind them of John F. Kennedy. Is what I used to get.
Well, specifically what I was thinking of is Ron said if you were born in another country, you would have been the lead singer of the Pogues, based on your performance
I love him.
Eric Nagel's wedding, where you just kind of ran around screaming whatever was on your mind. And he was like, I've seen Shane do that in concert. He could have been the lead singer.
Yeah, we're trying to sing Sweet Child of Mine.
Yeah.
There's just a lot of down parts in Sweet Child of Mine. So
also
use the instrumentals for wrestling promo kind of time. That's what I like to do on the instrumental parts of Sweet Child.
And that's great normally, but you were also combining it with doing a parody of what was going on at the wedding with the lyrics as well. So it would be like,
yeah. I tried to also burn down the room that they were in. I put a candle right underneath the curtain.
Weird.
Okay. But that's if you want to see that video, Eastside Dave TV on YouTube, world's worst wedding guest.
We will
That is there.
probably go into that at some point on this, I would imagine.
Excellent.
So you sing that, and then you go back into tried and true McDonald classic, Guns N' Roses.
You know, baby. What song did I do? Brownstone?
I believe it was again, yeah.
Or because I know one show I got liquored up, but I don't think it was ever a power hour. So I
was just saying, I think several shows you got liquored up.
Yeah. One of the shows where I got liquored up, I did Get in the Ring. And I called out Louis C.K., who he and I were feuding at the time.
It was not this one.
Yeah. So,
that's definitely another story. Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
And if you remember last time, who calls in next? It's your best friend.
I don't remember this shit. I was blacked out.
Who was
Patty?
Paulo.
Cabot. This is fucking trippy. So, I mean, it's kind of cool. Now, let me say this. I don't know if this is the design. I wouldn't put it past Ron and Fez to say, let's repeat the episode just for weirdness, trippy factor. Because that's it.
It lines up so perfectly.
So much stuff is exactly the same.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. This is fantastic. I'm really into it.
Then they go, you get real close. You're at like 50, 55. Paulo's still on the phone, and you're not going to make it. You take your shirt off.
I know.
You take your headphones.
Yep. This is, again, it's the fullness and you get a fever. It's like you've never been more full in your life, and you've never been hotter and sweatier and feverish in your entire life when you get to 55 shots on this thing.
For me, the feeling is always when you start to feel the saliva come up in your mouth and you have to start spitting. That's when I know the writing's on the wall.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
For projectile vomiting. But yeah, that clammy hands. And who comes to be Davey Mac's angel? Because let's be honest, Ron and Fez smell blood in the water.
Yeah, I was about to go down.
I
mean, the shirt's off again.
You get to 58. Ron's making you spin in between each shot.
Spin in my chair?
Like, do it standing, do a standing spin, because you're leaning over the trash can. And who comes but our Dominican angel, Bronx-Shotty. Come on, Dave, man. Don't listen to him. You got this, boss, man.
Come on, boss.
Come on. You have 58.
You can do this, boss.
You ready to go, big man? Having a tough time?
I'm having a tough time, but I'm going to make it.
Yeah. Hey, Paulo.
Yes, boss.
This used to be your position. You used to be the fucking geek who bit the head off a live chicken.
Well, yeah, I did a lot of things like that. But the drinking, I'm confused about this issue. Is he really drinking a lot? Or it seems like is he drinking shot glasses of beer?
Yes, shot glasses of beer.
And that's not proving a lot. He should understand that he should not be this drunk at this point. I mean, it seems like he should be mixing a lot of different alcohols.
Slam time. All right. Slam time.
Holy shit, dude. How many is that?
33.
I don't got...
Seriously. Dave, it's 33.
You're just over halfway.
I don't got a lot left in me.
How many you got? How many you do?
57.
Now you got to spin. Got to spin to the next. That's the way we take it out. Spin to the next. Yeah.
What?
Spin.
Yeah,
Look
spin.
it up. Look at yourself in the mirror and spin. Keep spinning, Slam Time. Do it for me.
Look up in the mirror. Spin
Look
around
at it.
once. Spin on your heels.
Holy shit, man. I can't believe the red hair, the red eyes.
You're just now noticing?
Yes.
Well,
You're like a chipmunk that's enjoying a couple of beers.
It's a really unfortunate situation. How I fucking even have a girlfriend?
That's true.
It's beyond me.
By girlfriend, you mean a dog who licks the peanut butter off your balls? You sick fuck.
Can we not do with the jokes?
Yeah.
While Slam Time is going down.
Not while Slam Time's happening.
Well, holy shit. How many? Two more?
Two more, man.
All right.
Quickly.
And you can't piss or throw up till the end of the show.
I know, but, dude, I have to throw up now. Now. But I'm not going to.
Look over the boys. Look over Mars. Mars is trying
They're cheering you on.
I'm not going to try to do it, man. I'm not going to do it. Holy fucking shit. I really have to go.
Two more. There's your basket.
Please.
Grab your puke bucket.
More, no.
Get your fucking puke bucket, you scumbag.
Get it. Get next to it.
No, I'm not going to do it, man. I'm doing this for fucking Mississippi, for fucking New Jersey, and for South Carolina, and for fucking Doug from Minnesota, who changed his name to Mongo for some reason.
Slam Time.
Oh, God, here it comes, bro.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
One more, Dave. No. One more. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Oh, no.
No, don't look at him. No. Dave, one more, Dave. One more, Dave. Dave,
he's so close.
Come on. No. Dave, one more.
It's like someone just simulated puking water on him.
Come on, man.
I can't do it, man. I gotta go.
No, you gotta puke. Let it go, Dave. Look at Fezzy. Dave, look at Fezzy.
One more.
Look at Fez. Fez is puking. Fez is puking.
One more.
Fez is puking.
Don't look at him.
Slam time.
Yeah. See?
Is that it?
That's it, baby.
Yeah, it's done.
Yeah.
He did it.
That's it.
Yes, you did it.
You did it. You're the champion.
Yeah. You some bitches in fucking Chicago, in Vegas, not to mention a place I call fucking whackbag.com. Eat the dick, whackbag. You fucking sons of cocks. You're my bitches now, horse. Look at me, whackbag. I've been waiting for years for this. Eat the cock, eat it, boom, boom, boom. I'm slapping my balls on your ass, whackbag. Boom, boom, shucking your ass out here. I can fucking do 61 too. Fucking Roger Maris. Club. For Roger Maris, the real home run king. Fuck those steroid bitches. Give me 61, then I'm retiring. Because I am going to throw up after 61. And actually, I'm not retiring.
Why he goes?
Actually, I'm going to throw up. No.
Hold on.
Is that it?
No,
Yeah.
man, hold on.
Maris time. You gonna go for Maris time?
Oh, it's coming right out.
Yeah.
It's coming right out. Ready? Let's just do it. Slam time. Just say it.
Maris time.
Maris time.
Maris time.
You go, boy.
Oh, he's puking. Oh, he's puking.
He's foamy and frothy.
Maris puked on us. Roger Maris. Oh, man. Dave, how you feeling, buddy? Guess what?
King of the world. I won.
Bro, that's 59.
Are you kidding me?
No, 59.
That was 59.
You just missed it. Oh. Oh, slam time. What did you do? Earl, how you holding up, brother? Oh. Still coming. I saw a leg in there. How did that happen?
It is flowing.
Tell me the truth. Did you eat a baby earlier?
This is big, please.
Just let it go, my red-eyed friend. Look how thin he got. He just, all the gas is gone.
He deflated. Oh, you were so close, man.
Yeah. So you almost made it.
That's not fucking for real, right?
Whack bag won. I
Again.
can't believe Whackbag won.
I'll tell you one thing right now.
Eat Whackbag's dick.
If you think you won, this shit ain't over. We're gonna fucking have another one of these shits. You understand me? I'm like that fucking Pacino character, Johnny Scarface. What was his name again?
Tony Montana, bro.
Tony Montana. I'll kill all
That
of
beer
you.
puke, it smells so bad.
By the way, I do like Whackbag. I just want to say that. I was just busting them chops.
It was
You
brilliant.
you fucking sensitive pricks.
Well, it was brilliant the way you had him going there for a second. No one can take that away.
God.
59.
Just think of Roger Maris, boss. 60. Fix the big one.
And you hit 60.
No, I was going to be like Johnny. Roger Maris hit 61.
And then you
hit 60, Johnny. Get your fucking baseball reference correct.
And
imaginary Bronx Johnny that I'm having a conversation with in my head. Go ahead.
I could do one more for someone. It may have been 61. Who did you just say?
Maris hit 61.
Then you go. I could do one more for Maris. And you go, but I'm a puke after it, and you take the shot.
Wait, did I say I'm going to do one more for Maris on the show?
Yes.
How did I forget that?
This happened at least 17 years ago.
May have been another baseball player, but
No, I mean, Roger Maris hit 61 home runs in 1961. I didn't think that I did it at that point.
you said it on air.
All fucked up in the head.
You take the shot, you do it, you puke, and they go, that was 59. We lied to you, Dave. And honestly, listening to this back, it's been a while since I listened to it. My heart sank. And I got a little upset for it.
That's
I was
upsetting.
Because if you tell a guy he's done the feat, he's held it in for long enough, and now he can puke, he's going to puke. You know what I mean? Like, if I told you at 40 that you'd done it, you probably would have puked at 40.
Yeah.
But they were just messing around with you. But it seemed like, it's funny you brought up Whackbag, because really when you do it, you cut a promo on Whackbag. And then ended the promo by basically being like, I don't know why I said all that. You guys are all right. I just wanted to show you I'm pretty cool too, or something along those lines. It was kind of like Rocky IV, but a little less douchey.
Yeah. I mean, you know what? At the end of the day, it was a tit for tat, I guess, somewhat playful relationship. Except for the certain ones who would be, total dicks and or harassment types. But regardless, it is what it is. Yeah, I've dealt with worse. And can't be fucking intimidated or fucking, put down by these fucking jabronis. It was weird. I was seeing these like guys on Whackbag who just, were total zeros going nowhere with their life. They're like, D-Side Dave sucks at life. I'm like, if only you knew. If only you knew that you're being worked and that you, fatso, are the one who sucks at life.
Do you feel like Earl makes the reading the lines between a work and a shoot difficult? Like him being a producer of that show and just being as terrible as presented, if not worse. And I don't mean that in a negative way, but like a lot of the times you screwed up, it would be hyped up and played up on air. But it seems like Earl, it was just kind of what was going on. Do you think that made it difficult for the fans to be like, oh, Dave's actually solid, or Pepper's actually crushing it when everything with Earl is 100% a shoot?
Well, I don't know. Earl's different. Earl's difficult. When he fucks up, there can be comedy gold there. But then he gets into the thing of 9, 10, 12, 15 fuck-ups in a row and stops being fun. And like shit falls through the cracks.
Earl takes a beating just about as well as anybody else. Like
Let me say this. My mistakes were more going too insane maybe on the air, on the microphone. But they were always done with trying to do as much as possible, like trying to give to the audience, trying to give my best effort, And so not everyone is perfect. Not every bit or segment is going to be perfect or great, but at least I fucking tried my ass off every single time.
It's like,
so that's a philosophy I have to this very day.
Yeah, it's like the old mantra. If you're going to make a mistake, make it an aggressive one.
I can't not give 1,000% on the air. It's impossible for me.
And you
I
did.
do have that Brady Michael Jordan gene. You're right about that. I can't not dominate any single time I have the opportunity.
Yeah, you got to go for it.
Earl sees it the same way. And, maybe, I don't know. I don't want to speak for him.
No. It was just a question. And
The good question.
one fun point, I thought it was one of my favorite things. Just kind of a side note, during the second Power Hour, they came up with the slam time. Like they had a slam time.
Slam time, yeah.
And everybody would say it. But Bronx Johnny about halfway through forgot, and at one point just went, Power Hour. And Ron got a real kick out of that and became Power Hour for the rest. It was pretty fun.
He's hysterical. I hope he's happy in Boston.
I hope he is. Johnny's one of the nicest people I've ever had the privilege of meeting from that.
Crazy, man.
And Dave, you did it. We did it. You made it through the second Power Hour. We made it through the second Power Hour.
Man? Now, listen, I want to say this. I got through the second Power Hour. Now you know what kind of man I am. But did Haas give me back my goddamn puppet? The answer to that question is no. So, to tie it all back into one another, who doesn't pay off shit? Would that be me? Or would that be the gay Sean Connery? Harsh. Just want you to think about that. I want you to think about who's the king of payoffs. Me. Eastside Davis. Hasp. I want my fucking puppet back. Okay, fat boy?
I thought you said it was destroyed.
It was destroyed in the wrestling ring by Danny Doring. But obviously, Danny felt like he could get physical with my puppet because Hasp had set a precedent of physicality and bullying from human to puppet. So Hasp set up the fucking template for humans to bully my goddamn beloved puppet, Roberto. And Danny Doring just finished off the job. As far as I see, that whole fucking thing was a Hasp fault. Hasp, you heard Robert. I won the second Power Hour. I won the second Power Hour, did not. Give me my puppet. I see 3 different neighbors looking through my window right now.
It does see like...
They think that I'm very serious. Well, guess what, Hasp? Oh, yeah! Let them stare! Let them stare, baby.
Dave, I would say not only do you pay off bits, you pay off every show you do, multiple times a week. You've got the Davey Max Sports Program, usually live from the Dojo of Comedy. You've got
been better. Never sounded better. Make sure you are watching, subscribing, liking, sharing the Davey Max Sports Program and all of the shows that we do.
Absolutely. And I was going to say the other one you do every week without a fail is the Yaddle Chattel, the #1 rising R-rated Star Wars-based podcast.
Yeah, that's right. Yaddle Chattel Star Wars podcast is ascending up the charts very rapidly.
Yeah, it's going so fast, people are worried it may go to the dark side. I don't know Star Wars that well, but I hope it worked. The other one you do pretty much weekly, the Davey Mack and Son wrestling podcast on the Rat.
Every few weeks.
Every few weeks, okay.
We try to time it up with a WWE and AEW pay-per-view.
The pay-per-view schedule.
My son and I do a little WWE preview or AEW pay-per-view review. It's a great show. It really is a great show. And amazingly, it's nationally syndicated by Beasley Media.
It's nationally syndicated. And if you love Dave and you love wrestling, what better podcast for you than that? Or Ron and Roy review wrestling on the Rat as well. That's another podcast you've been doing.
That's right. Well, this is the Roy Harder and I actually call wrestling matches. It's fantastic. We are hooked up to IWF. That's the wrestling promotion in North Jersey that I do a lot of stuff for. In fact, I got 3 dates coming up: November, December, and April. Go to campiwf.com for tickets, because the Dave Man will be at all 3 events, baby. I am, a bad guy manager. I'm very surprised by that. I can't believe that they would make me a heel manager, for instance. I mean, I thought I would be a perfect baby face that all the kids would love. But apparently they said something about,
I think it's Roy.
Arrogant, scary, frightening. So I just want to say, campiwf.com.
The Davey Max Sports Program.
And, but back to Roy, we take the IWF matches, and Roy and I actually call them, and then we put it on my radio station's website, WRAT.com, if you want those matches. WRAT.com if you want to listen to Davey Mack 6 to 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time every weekday morning.
33
on the Jersey Shore.
in a row.
33 books in a row is how we've been the #1 radio show at the Jersey Shore. Monmouth and Ocean County's potential listenership of 1.8 million people.
Incredible.
Yeah.
And I'll
incredible.
Follow me on social media at Bobby Tamburo if you want to see my dates or tell me how much you enjoy this show.
Your dates, like Elizabeth and Michelle and Brianna.
Keisha.
All of your dates.
Sabrina. No, stand-up shows. I will be at Champions this weekend, but this will be out after that probably. So check out where I am. I'll post it on there if it's important, and if not,
follow him at Bobby_Tamburo on X, formerly known as Twitter. He's there.
And thank you so much for tuning in. This has been another episode of Davey Max Tales from the Satellite.
Goodbye, peoples.
Good night, radio fans.